Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited because I'm sitting down to film with the new collection from e.l.f. and Jkissa. I am so excited about this, you guys. I'm not going to waste any time. We're just going to get right into it. I received this in the mail today, actually. I'm wanting to get a review of this up as soon as possible because I'm just so excited about it. You guys know how much I love Jkissa. You guys know how much I love e.l.f. This collaboration is actually their second collaboration together. I did a review on their first collaboration last year. Was it a year ago? It was last year, right? Anyway, I loved that collection. She made so many beautiful products. So when I saw that they were collaborating again, I got so excited, and there are so many things that I can't wait to try out today. As you can see, there are 3 different products. We have an eyeshadow palette, we have an eyeshadow topper duo, and also an eyeshadow brush set. I'm going to kind of go one by one and give you a preview of each thing, and then we'll just go straight into creating an eye look with this. So first things first, we have the To The Rescue eyeshadow palette. It actually is a blank slate on the front because on the inside you get a little protector, which comes in most eyeshadow palettes, but they made it a sticker sheet, which I think is so brilliant. And so you can take the stickers and decorate the palette however you would like. I think that's the cutest thing ever. Here is the inside of the palette. It is full of color. I love that it goes row by color, and you get like a brighter matte, a little bit more of a muted matte, and then a shimmer in each shade. So I'm so excited to play with this. The campaign images are beautiful as well. I'm so happy for Jkissa. This is such a beautiful collection already. I'm so inspired by it, and she makes color seem so approachable and so wearable. A lot of you guys know that I definitely stick to my neutral tones. I have my go-to shades, and Jkissa is one that I've loved to follow for so long because she truly makes color so wearable and so approachable. So the fact that she made a palette and hand selected each color in it makes me really excited that I can channel my inner Jkissa again and create something colorful like I did with the first collection. This one's obviously much more colorful than her first collection, which is so fun. Also, something I wanted to add is she did not just create a collection to create a collection. She wanted to do something that would make a difference. And so this is such a fun movement. If you post a photo with an animal that you love and use the hashtag eyes, lips, face, paws, e.l.f. will donate $1 to Angel City Pit Bulls, which Jkissa loves her pit bulls. Look how cute they are. So I think that's just the coolest thing ever. I love how there's a deeper purpose and a meaning behind this collection. It makes me really excited. And then obviously on top of it, beautiful makeup that I'm excited to dip into. So in addition to the palette, they created this glitter topper duo. So there's like a really pretty green shade and then a shimmery kind of clear base color that I'm very thrilled about. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of use out of that. And like I said before, we have a brush set, and all of these brushes, I watched her launch video. I will have that link down below because she created this collection. So if there's any questions that I did not answer or things you are curious about that you want to know more of, definitely go watch Jkissa's video. But this brush set contains brushes that do not exist in the current e.l.f. brush collection, which is really fun. So you get 6 brushes, and this is what I'm going to be using to create the eye look today. All right, I'm going to start off just by prepping my eyes with the NARS tinted eyeshadow base. I'm just blending that out. This is the shade Light. I also already did my brows off camera. I used the Honest Beauty eyebrow pencil in the shade Brown. All right, let's dip into this To The Rescue eyeshadow palette. This retails for $20. And you get 18 shades. You also get a full-size mirror up here, and it's a nice hard shell case, which is great for just protecting the shadows. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what direction I want to go in with this. I don't know why, but I'm super drawn to this half of the palette, so I think that's what I'm going to reach for. Who knows where this will take me? I'm just going to start dipping into it. All right, we're going to start off with the J1 brush, which looks like this. I'm going to start with some of the purple shades. So I'm going to take this shade right here called Sadie, and I'm going to start to layer this on the inner portion of the eye. I'm wanting to do a halo eye, I think. At least that's what I have in my mind. So I'm going to start blocking it out a little bit on the inner and outer portions of the eye. Once there's less product on this brush, I'm going to bring it up and kind of diffuse it into the crease. So that way it kind of creates a little bit of its own transition shade just off of the same color that we're using. So yeah, I'm going to try to keep it more intense toward the lash line and then fade it upward toward the crease a little bit. All right, I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. I really hope this turns out the way I have it in my mind. Now that I have the color laid down, I'm just taking the J3 brush, which is a really pretty blending brush, and I'm just buffing over everything to kind of smooth out the edges toward the outer portions. I'm not too concerned about what's going on in the center yet because I'm not done layering up shadows, but I just want to kind of smoke out each shade as we go along. All right, I'm actually gonna take that same brush and I'm gonna dip into this blue shade called Cannoli. And I'm gonna layer this about halfway in to where we applied that purple shade. So I'm trying to kind of create a gradient of some sort by taking just a small amount of that blue and letting it mix on top of the purple a bit. And then just like we were doing before, I'm taking that and whatever's left on the brush and just kind of blending upward to create a transition shade. In a way. I'm also making sure to keep most of the pigment up against the lash line just like we did with the purple shade. And I'm kind of pressing this in and then slowly buffing. I just really want the gradient of colors to move seamlessly into each other. So I'm just buffing that up a little bit toward the brow. I'm going to build up a little more blue on this eye. I'm just kind of going back and forth trying to make sure that each eye has the same amount of intensity in each color, but I really like how things are looking so far. This is kind of what I had in mind, so I'm happy that it's coming together. Okay, next I'm going to take the green shade called Peaky. We'll see how this goes. I'm going to start putting this in the center of the lid. And like we did before, I'm wanting to have the intensity in the center because that's where the main color is going to be. And then I'm going to start to blend that into the blue shade on the edges. But I'm trying not to go too far over so that we still have a very clear depiction of where each color is. But when they hit each other, I want the lines to be nice and blurred. So I'm doing the same thing where I'm kind of bringing it up higher as a transition, making sure things are blended up here in the crease too. I don't think I've ever done a look like this before, and I like it so far. This palette already makes me feel so creative. Okay, after that green is blended, I'm going back into the brush that we used with the blue and purple, and I'm just making sure that those lines are nice and blurred. I'm back to the brush that we used with the green shade, and I'm just really making sure everything is nice and seamless. Okay, this is where I might intensify things a little bit with these shades underneath. So starting off with Pretty Girl, which is the purple, I'm going to take that J1 brush. This is a deeper purple shade. I'm going to tap off the extra, and I'm going to go right up against the lash line with this shade. And then I'm going to blend it up a bit into that existing purple. Same thing on the other eye. I'm kind of going right up against the lashes, but I'm trying not to cover up the initial purple shade because again, I'm trying to make a little bit more of a gradient and intensity up toward the crease. So keeping all the more intense shades against the lash line. I'm gonna do the same thing with Thatcher, which is that really pretty deeper blue shade. I'm gonna tap off the extra and go a little bit closer into the center of the eye, right underneath where the blue was applied, but super close to the lash line again. And then I'm going to go in with this brush right here. This is called the J6 brush. I'm going to take this shade right here called Tank, which is the deeper green. And I'm going to go right in the middle of the eye, super close to my lashes. Again, just to bring a little bit of intensity to the lash line while still keeping that really cool gradient that we have going on. Okay, I'm going back to that fluffy brush. This is the J3 brush. I don't have any product on it, and I'm just moving this through the crease a little bit to really diffuse those colors up toward the brow. All right, I'm gonna take the shade Reagan. I'm just gonna use my finger for this. Wow, this looks beautiful. And I'm just gonna press this right over top of the green in the center of the eye to start to bring a little bit more dimension to the eye since we've only used matte shades so far. I'm gonna start to layer in some shimmer. Oh my gosh, how pretty is that shade? So pretty, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm taking what's left of that color on my finger and pressing it a little bit above the crease, just a tiny bit, so that it kind of travels up toward the brow seamlessly. Wow, okay, I'm really loving this. I'm gonna take a little bit of this shade from the Suki to My Heart, and this is the Pity Smile shade, which is a really beautiful kind of grungy green color. This is gonna go right smack dab in the center of my eye. And I'm just gonna keep layering that up and then using my finger to gently press it down into the existing shadows. That is so pretty. Okay, same thing on this eye, just right in the center. And then taking my finger and just pressing that out. When this dries down, it has gorgeous glitter flecks in it. Isn't that so pretty? But it definitely has mostly that yellowy green base to it, which is so cool. Ooh, I'm really loving this look so far. Okay. When I saw this color on the other side of the glitter topper, I immediately knew what I wanted to do with this. This one is called I'm Pupset, and it's a really beautiful clear base with a bunch of shimmery glitter. So what I thought would be fun to do is to take a little bit of this just on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take the J5 brush, which is this gorgeous angle brush, and I got some of that product on it. I'm going to kind of start in the inner corner, and then I'm going to create a little scoopity boopity with it right through the inner crease. And I like to usually make the intensity a little bit thicker toward the base, and then as I move up, I'm going to kind of let that thin out and then just taper it off into the center of the eyelid. I knew I would love this shade. I'm so excited. I'm actually going to take what's left on the back of my hand with that same brush and just tap a tiny bit of that glitter on the center of the lid as well, just to intensify it that much more. Okay, I decided that I wanted a little more shimmer on the blue. So I'm taking a little bit of the shade Bailey, which is so gorgeous. It has a little bit of purple reflect in it almost. And I'm just tapping that right on top of the blue shade, really lightly, just to add a little bit more of that sheen, which I think is so pretty. Okay, so since this video is focused on the e.l.f. and Jkissa collection, I'm actually going to speed through the rest of my makeup. We'll finish up the eye look, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts as far as my first impressions go. If you want to know what products I end up using, I will have those listed and linked down below. So I'm going to go ahead and pop on some top lash mascara. I'm going to do my base, or at least most of it, and then we'll come back and finish up the eyes and then do finishing touches on the look. I'm so happy with where this is headed though. I'm super excited. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so I'm back and the complexion is almost done. I've got bronzer and highlighter on. I'm going to do blush and lips after we finish up the eye look. So we're going to go back into the e.l.f. and Jkissa palette, obviously, and I'm kind of going to just do the same thing we just did on the top lid, starting off with the shade Sadie, which is the exact same shade we started with in the beginning of the eye look. So I'm going to kind of try to create that same exact gradient. So I'm going to take this purple and start to buff it out on the outer and inner portions of the lower lash line. Now with the lower lash line, I think I'm just going to stick to the brighter colors, so that top row in the palette, instead of trying to add more definition, just to try to keep it a little bit softer and more approachable and not too heavy on the lower lash line. Okay, I'm going to keep it there for now. I'm going to take that same brush and dip into Cannoli, which is that bright blue. And I'm going to do the same thing where I kind of overlap the two shades and then just buff it back and forth. I'm kind of trying to get it up into the base of the lashes a little bit and also make sure that things look blended on this outer corner here. All right, I'm going to go back into the J4 brush with the green shade called Peaky, and I wiped off the brush a little bit since we were using this with a blue shade on the top lid. And I'm just going to press this into that center of the lower lash line. And I didn't take too much color on the brush because I want it to be nice and soft and diffused on the lower lash line. So I really like how that looks. All right, I'm going to dip into this J6 brush. I'm going to make sure to kind of wipe it off on a paper towel. And I'm going to take the shade Reagan on this brush, which I'm already obsessed with. It's so pretty. And I'm going to really buff this into that lower lash line just in the center, just to draw attention to the center of the eye and also to intensify that halo effect. So I'm creating more dimension in that middle portion of the eye all the way down. And then I'm going to dip into the shade Bailey, which is that gorgeous blue. I'm actually just going to take that same brush and just press a little bit of that on the edges of the green. All right, we're moving back into the Suki to My Heart glitter duo, and I am going back into the shade Pity Smile. And I'm just going to hit that right in the middle and then just take my pinky and press that out as best as I can. Same thing on this eye. And then I'm going to take the other side, which is What a Pity Smile. Such a cute name. I'm going to take a little bit of that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to go back into that angled brush, which is the J5. And I'm going to kind of connect this inner corner and drag it into the lower lash line a little bit. I really like how the eye look turned out. I think I want a bright waterline, so I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter and just run that through the waterline. And then I'm just going to pop on lower lash mascara. I'm just going to line and fill in the lips. Again, if you want to know any of the products that I'm using, I'm going to have them all listed and linked down below. I'm just going to do a little bit of gloss in the center of the lips. And then I'm going to take a little bit of blush to kind of pull together the entire look. Okay, I'm taking what's left on the J1 brush, and I'm just buffing out that lower lash line one more time, and again, making sure it's nice and connected to the outer corner. I'm just going to take what's left on my highlighter brush and add a bit more glow. And then let's do some setting spray. I'm going to use this one from Hourglass. Focusing on just the edges. I'm just gonna put some clear brow gel through my brows, and then we will chat about my first impressions on these eye products. All right, you guys, so let's talk about the new collection from e.l.f. I am so excited about how this look turned out. I really feel like it pushed me out of my comfort zone. Like I said in the beginning, Jkissa really inspires me to wear color, and she does it in a way that I feel like is very natural somehow. So I was so inspired by the colors in this palette. I feel like the shades that I used, I really enjoyed. As you can see, it created a beautiful eye look. I cannot wait to keep using this palette. I feel like the possibilities are absolutely endless with this. And even though it's colorful and it's bright and there's so many different options in here, I still feel like I was able to create a look that I feel comfortable wearing, even though I'm not always one to wear colors like this. At least these colors aren't always my first pick, but I'm so confident in this makeup that I feel like it makes me even more excited to see what else I can do with this palette and kind of push myself out of my comfort zone. For me, I feel like this is a great palette to have in my collection. I feel like it adds to my collection. It is all bright colors. I have so many neutral palettes, so it really is something that I don't have a lot of, which I'm super excited about. So yeah, I'm really impressed with the formula in this. I'm really impressed with the colors that I was able to try. Obviously, I didn't get to try out the warmer tones in here, but let me know if you guys would like to see another video using this. If you guys are picking it up, I would love to do more tutorials with it because I feel like it's always fun to use a palette more than once on my channel, obviously, since all of us use our eyeshadow palettes more than once. I have to say, I knew I was gonna love this, but I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I do. I can see myself reaching for this so often, especially this shade right here. It made the most beautiful inner crease. You could also use it as an eyeshadow topper. You can also use it by itself as an eyeshadow just on your bare lid. I cannot wait to use this one and also see what this would look like all over the lid as an eyeshadow or on top of other eyeshadows. So I'm super excited about this actually. I feel like I'm gonna get a ton of use out of this. I didn't mention it earlier, but this retails for $12 for two products that are stunning, and it was really easy to apply. It glided on the eyes so beautifully, and also the glitter stayed in place. Sometimes with liquid glitters like this, I always get a little bit skeptical as far as how the glitters are gonna stay. Sometimes on glitter eyeshadows or liquid glitter eyeshadows, the base moves around a little bit and so the glitter doesn't stay put. That was not the case with this. I was able to lay it down exactly where I wanted and it stuck, so I'm super excited about this. And then the brushes, I loved the shape. I feel like I was able to achieve exactly what I wanted to using these brushes. They're so pretty as well, and they were so soft and really helped me to achieve a precise and detailed yet blended eyeshadow look. So I definitely have to give credit to these brushes here. I feel like this would be a perfect starter kit set if you're somebody who doesn't really have too many eyeshadow brushes, or if you just want to be confident that one set will be everything that you need. I used every single brush in here, and I feel like every single one was super useful, so I'm excited about this. This brush set retails for $25, and for 6 brushes, that's amazing, especially at the quality that they're at. Yeah, if you're looking for a new eyeshadow brush set, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. I feel like they're going to be sitting right here front and center, and you will probably see me reaching for these quite a bit every single time I do my eyeshadow. I especially loved this brush right here, the J4. It was perfect for smudging the lower lash line or getting really precise in the center of my lid. So great job with those brushes, Jkissa. I really enjoyed them. Okay, so based off my first impressions, I would highly recommend running out and grabbing this collection, especially if you're somebody who either has been wanting to try out some more color and you're not sure where to start or what colors would be flattering. This is like a streamlined palette. I really enjoyed it. Plus, it's e.l.f., so it's an amazing price range, which I feel like if you're trying something new like colored eyeshadows, you probably don't want to splurge too much on your first palette of color just because it's something new. That's usually what I do. So I feel like this is a perfect palette to add to your collection. It's an amazing price point, especially for what you get. I'm seriously really impressed by this palette, and I can't wait to use the other colors that I didn't get to today. If there was one thing that I would suggest getting out of the entire collection that I feel like so many people would get use out of, even if you're not like a colorful eyeshadow type of person, honestly, I feel like you should still pick this up because you can add this to any eyeshadow palette that you own. It just adds a little bit more glitz and glamour to your existing collection as well. Plus this shade is really fun, but I have a feeling I'm gonna get a ton of use out of this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope that if you pick this palette up that you find this look inspiring, and tag me in any photos if you guys end up recreating this look. I would love to see them. Congrats again to Jkissa and e.l.f. for this amazing collaboration. I will have all of the information down below. I know that these are available online on e.l.f.'s website, and also I believe they're going to be in select Ulta stores. Depending on where you live, I know where I am, my Ulta store is open in stores, and so this collection will be available in stores if your Ulta stores are open. If not, I know a lot of Ulta stores are doing curbside pickup, so yeah, I'll have all that information down below if you guys are interested in trying out this collection. I seriously had so much fun filming this look. If you guys have any other recommendations for products you would like to see me try out or do a tutorial with, let me know in the comments down below. As always, I want to make sure that I'm filming things that you guys want to see. So yeah, if you're new here, hi, my name is Allie. I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for today's video. Again, I will link Jkissa's channel and Instagram down below, as well as this collection for you guys to check out. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!